Hey guys and gals, so we're in with Lungman Transport Hub today, which is this map here. And the group, the daily contract is High Value Target 3, and to finish off, we're going to go Rush Resistance 2, Signal Disruption 2, and Anti-Mobility 1. Now, we're going to be making use of the lack of last line of defense, so we'll go with that. Alrighty, so group I'm going to be using, this is a bit messy because this is straight off the back of me chopping and changing. So we've got Scavenger with skill 2, so we need a high damage 2 block Vanguard. Vigna with skill 2, so yeah, a high damage single block Vanguard. What have we got? Shirayuki with skill 2. Obviously you can replace Shirayuki with Meteorite if you like. Meteorite skill 1. Ethan with skill 2, and that's for his increased chance to stun. Now obviously you can replace Ethan with Manticore skill 2. I have Gummy as sort of like an emergency backup tank. I don't actually need Gummy as such. Korra with skill 2 is going to be our main tank. Lancet as an extra healer. Amia with skill 2. I don't think you might be able to get away with skill 1. I think you kind of need to rely on skill 2 for that sort of Hawks AoE style. I mean, I haven't tried it with skill 1, so I probably wouldn't go at that. I've got Gavial with skill 1. Now, obviously, you can replace Gavial with any healer you like, but I'm just using Gavial. I mean, if you want to bring someone like, say, Suzuro, it'd be a bit easier for you. Who haven't I spoken about? Gatana with skill 2, or just an AoE. Art Stealer. I have Estelle, but I don't think you particularly need Estelle because I didn't really make the most of her last time. Use her first skill if you're going to bring Estelle, don't use her second skill. But you could probably get away. I wouldn't drop it to a single block guard, I would drop it to a... If you were going to bring anyone, it'd have to be a 2 block guard, so... let's have a quick look at who you could swap them out for. I know this is a bit rough today, so... Poppica... maybe Midnight... I wouldn't use Cutter just because of how her skills charge. You probably get away with Frostleaf. Iron Scarp. Spectre obviously would be good. Well, Spectre's 3 once you get her up to E2 anyway. If you have Swire would be really good. Just because Swire buffs the units around her. That's about it though. I have Thermite just as extra damage. And I think that's everything I've covered. Yeah, sorry guys, today's a bit sloppy. So, what we're going to do today is drop in Scavenger first, so your high damage Vanguard. So we are going to go Scavenger just here. And then we're going to put in a Vigna just here, so she can help Scavenger. Get those deployment points moving. Maybe. Alrighty, so Shiryuki down the bottom here. And we're going to put a little robot up the top here. Use that skill. Our healer in. Go, go, go. And just see me up for Gitano now because I need to put Gitano in first. So Gitano in just here. And then we're going to pop Armia in. So Armia is going to go just here. And now we're really just waiting for this command terminal. That's all we're waiting for now, so use this skill. You will notice that Vigna is slowly going down. That's entirely to be expected. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let Vigna... I'm going to pull Vigna out now, and I'm going to pop in Gummy just here. As I said, Gummy's just a reserve tank. So our little terminal is ready, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to deploy Ethan here. And this first bully and the second bully we are going to let through. So I'm going to pull out Gummy and let him go through. And I'm going to use Ethan's skill about now. I don't want to use Gitano's skill just yet. I want to just wait until I get a little bit more of a cluster up here. So I've got Vigna back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop Vigna in because I get her deployment points back when I pull her back out. So I don't really care about deploying her or holding her in reserve. So we've got our little runner dudes up here. And I'm going to use Shiryuki's skill to try and slow them down. As you see, they're not really living all too long, but that's okay. Don't need to worry too much about that. Now, the only thing I can mention is that as far as healers go, if you find your army are dying very quickly, you may want to bring somebody other than Gabriel. So Suzuro, skill 1, would be more reliable because with the amount of these fellows coming through, you're going to run out of skill 2s. So bring Suzuro skill 1 and you should be fine. So here comes the second bully. He's just going to go straight through. I don't care about him. And I'm just going to use Vigna's skill now, and I'm going to let Vigna's skill cycle. And so this is kind of where we want to be using Gitano's skill. And here comes our final bully. So Vigna just got thrown out, so I'm going to put in Estelle. So drop in Estelle a little bit quicker than that, because obviously I nearly missed that. Wraith, sorry. I was going to call it a Spectre, but that's alright. And as you see, I've got this nice big cluster here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to yank that whole cluster. I'm going to yank out Scavenger, and I'm going to put in Chorus as quickly as I can, which is going to be very interesting. Because I really want to try and get that what I might actually do is I might even wait a minute for all these enemies to come through, because I want Cora hit on this bully, and I don't think I'll be able to pop Cora back down where Scavenger is. So and then we're going to pop in Thermite. And that's it, guys. So as you see, it's just the bully here. I was lucky enough that the bully ended up on top of Cora. Now I take out Armia. And that's it. So as you saw in that really tight moment, and I have seen people make a comment about this in previous videos, how I get my operators to attack certain things. In this particular instance, as long as you're dropping something on a cell, the furthest unit forward will always get stuck. So this bully, for example, requires a 3-block operator to block it. The reason it didn't get stuck on Estelle and got stuck on Cora was simply because it ran ahead of the rest. And so when I dropped Cora, the bully targeted got blocked on Cora and the rest went through. Now that's something to keep in mind when you're doing this, because it is a quick little juggle at the end there. So just bear that in mind, that the bully has to be ahead. If you're dropping the way I just did, the bully has to be ahead of the rest. And then the bully will get locked on Cora and not Estelle. So yeah, good for thought on that one, but that's how you wiggle through this. Well, I don't even need you anymore. And then yeah, I'll just fast forward this and let it go about its business. I'll get Vigna in there, poking it. Pull out Ethan and I'll put Armia in there. I think it'll probably go down before Armia's skill charges, but that's beyond the point. 1, 2, 3. So that's it, guys. We're just blocking the very last bully, and that's it. The benefits of not having last line of defense. So I hope that helps, and I hope the little tip about getting your tanks to block specific enemies helps a little bit. And yeah, good luck, guys. I know that was really dodgy. Obviously you don't need Thermite. Thermite's not essential. Thermite's just to sort of help out with that big group. Red with the stun will do the exact same thing. The only difference is you'll probably be deploy locked, so Thermite is where that's great because you can just drop him whenever. As I said, you don't need a 3-block, an AoE guard, you just need a 2-block. Take a 2-block just to be safe, don't take a single block, because something may very well go awry, because there are 3 enemies at the end there, not including the bully. One of them will absolutely die. The rest I can't promise, but I suppose the benefit of bringing someone like Estelle is that she's an AoE guard, so the same as Poppycar, Blaze obviously, Savage, I don't think Savage will actually get her buff in that position because I don't think the bottom of the map counts. Anyway, the point is an AoE guard will obviously help with the wraiths that'll be sneaking through at the same time as all those enemies, so the more AoE you can get in there, the better. That's again why I suggest using Armia with skill 2, because that sort of acts as a forks AoE, and you don't really need targeted damage in this, simply because of the wraiths and how much build-up you've got. So bringing like even Haze with skill 2, for example, while it would do a lot more damage, no doubt, it would probably be detrimental. Because you just wouldn't have those extra shots going into the wraiths to get them down. So it really increases the amount of chance that you've got of one sneaking through. That said, yeah, the better you can bring, the better it's going to be. So Gitano replaced with Skyfire, for example. Skyfire's stun will do you guys a world of good in that situation. Shirayuki's got a slow, which is probably, the slow probably does actually outweigh Meteorite's first skills AoE. Swapping Ethan out for Manticore, like I said, with skill 2 would probably do you a world of good, because her skill 2 is a definite stun, whereas Ethan's is just a percentage chance. I think it's 75% chance or something like that. Vigna's pretty good on a standalone note. Frankly, I really think the only one better would be Bagpipe, so... Estelle, obviously, Blaze, Savage. And as I said, if you find yourself with healing issues, swap out to Suzero with skill 1. Don't bring skill 2 because you may run out of those skills. Remember, you only get 2 shots of that. Second to that, obviously, if you want to go up, your beneficial operators there are Warfer and skill 1 or Silence with her drone skill 2. So that's it, guys. That's my little tidbits of knowledge at the end there, so I hope that helps as well. Food for thought for you guys that maybe sort of not have these specific units, but yeah. So if that helps out, guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you've got any questions, queries, and yeah, check out my Twitch as well, guys. Every little bit helps. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you all tomorrow.